Ewo, ewo. So that those things wey Nollywood people they use act movie those days about doing blood ego, blood money. So that thing is actually true. Hey, whoa, this guy has made video explaining what used to make Nollywood people to get sick and buy all those Nollywood legends where they see where they buy. He said that blood ego, blood money.
Sorry for the interruption, guys. Welcome back to the Shaniki News, where just the hot and truth is being reviewed. If this is your first time here, please click the subscribe button, like and share for more valuable videos, okay? And you guys remember this our legendary actor that really make our screen fun when we were little. He was seen on the road in a very tattered manner, and no be small thing, no. So you have to watch this video to the end so that you hear all the information. I'll be right back.
Now they make them like that. Oh, he gave an example with Hanks Anuku. We know that Hanks Anuku has been doing like someone that has not been well and everything. This guy has exposed the secret of Nollywood. He said that what Hanks Anuku is passing through today was because of what happened in Nollywood. That Hanks Anuku was paid with blood ego, that is what was happening to him. That as an actor, that you are not supposed to use you are not supposed to collect cash from any producer. That is Nollywood producers that are the cause of what is happening to actors. So hey, Chineke Namo, that he was paid with blood ego after eating spending. Immediately you touch the money, spend them. Now so your life go dabaru. This guy has spoken. He said that all those people that are doing well in Nollywood, maybe where anything no they touch, that you must join the group. So those is when they ask for Nollywood, they do it for real life. You must join Ogwego. That is how the only reason that will, or the only thing that will make you to for your money not to finish. But if you did not join them, any money where they pay you for your acting and everything, say your business or whatever thing you are doing, you will go down. That is what is buying them. Oh, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. He is a Nollywood person. No, be said and say you are going to play the video. May you hear it from your mouth. He said that this late guy, what they call Alexx Ekubo, that what bite Alexx Ekubo too was because of blood ego. That because he was paid one particular time, he was doing a job and the producer paid him cash. Your own don dabaru. As they paid him cash, that's how Anne's problem started. Anne's guy until he buy. The same thing when don't they happen to this Hanks Anuku that is always walking up and down. Saying that because of all ego abara in Nollywood. Hey, that's himself that they even approached him. You understand? To join the group or to join the club. That when you join them, nothing will happen to you. But if you don't join, that any money where you make for Nollywood, you are lavish. Especially when you collect cash. He's even saying that because of it, that Nollywood people know they touch cash. If you want to pay them in a job where they do for you, they will not collect your cash. If you tell them, if you want to give them cash, they will say no. You should make transfer. Oh, naturally, but Nollywood. Hear this. So they said they know they collect cash. So now how they met to that they used to touch their cash with juju. So all those Nollywood acting say not true. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Things are happening, you know. Say that's why now everybody they drop acting, they go do politics and everything. Now it is true in Nollywood. Okay, let me play the video.
Controversial.
Hey,
Nigerians, what if I tell you that this man here, late Ernest Azuzo of blessed memory, passed through the same ordeal that Hanks Anuku is passing through right now. He passed through the same thing and he died. Exactly what is happening to Hanks Anuku now also happened to him in Lagos and Asaba. They are not the only ones that this thing is happening to right now. Many of them, including women. I agree with you guys that DRUGS can affect them. But on this case, it's actually Nollywood producers and marketers that is affecting them, not what you think. The spiritual controls the physical. You see, this movie was one of my earliest movies. I am that person kneeling down. That I actually had an affair with the Capon's girlfriend, which is Angela Okori. So that was the movie. Even on this set, Ernest Azuzu being my senior colleague, I was the one guiding him, picking him from Summit Junction, Asaba, every morning where he's lying down and no marketer and producer cared for him.
Into Nollywood. This is one of Nollywood stars everybody knows. We are surprised seeing him in this kind of condition. And what is there for here?
Nobody cared for him. I will leave my hotel room. I will go to Summit Junction. I will pick him to location where we are shooting. They will give him costume. After he shoots, everybody will leave him. He will go to Summit Road and lie down. And this is as a result of many things that happened back then in Lagos. A particular producer and marketer offered him a physical cash for him to star in the movie. And after he collected that money, he started living a kind of wayward life in Lagos. From there, it led to his Waterloo. What I'm telling you is facts. But by God's grace today, I am also a producer. A lot of people that I want to give job to, if I want to offer them cash, they reject it. They say, bros, transfer. So that one, the spiritual implication go less. It's a common practice in our Nollywood industry. Nigerians. Alright, I just watched a video of my senior colleague, Hanks Anuku, lying helplessly in the streets of Abuja. You see, I will tell you all the truth today. 95% of the truth of what is actually happening to Nollywood actors. You see a lot of my senior colleagues especially, they were paid well, but at the end of the day, they cannot even account for the money that they earned over the years. This is the reason. The reason is because the money that was paid to them by the so-called producers, alias marketers, because the marketers are also the producers, especially when we have CDs back then. Most of them belong to Ogwego. That is, they run blood money deals. So they belong to this society and they take the money to their sacred altars, cast spells on this money. They now use it to pay actors. Even if they pay you 1 million, you cannot do anything with that money. This was Hanks Anuku many years ago, who was earning 2 million, 1 million, 3 million. But he cannot even show a building for all the money he earned. 1 million then was like 10 million naira now. They will give you this money. After you earn this money, you use it for
Mana.
You use it for DRUGS. That's what you use the money for. You use it to do all sorts of things that are not meaningful. This is real. Anyone you see striving well in the industry, most of them belong to the same society with them. So the money they pay to those actors, they won't cast spells on it. If you don't belong to them, every money they give to you will dwindle and you will seek later on. This is the dark cloud surrounding our industry. And many of my colleagues know this. That's why you see a lot of people, they kind of like abandoned the industry and went into politics and went into other things. So what you are seeing in the case of Alexx Ekubo now is actually the demonic attack from the marketers in Nollywood. The money they paid to him over the years, the money was all evil. So I want to say, Nigerians, pray for Nollywood, pray for Hanks Anuku.
Okwa ifuru ndị Nollywood a ha mejuru emeju. Entertainers, what the ihe ha na-eme karịrị akarị. They have so many groups just for you to belong. Some of them, after the Ogwego season, the new season now is 8.2. So many guys, they are now by 8.2 na Nollywood. Or it's not even Nollywood. Entertainers, they do a whole lot just to belong. Go. So if you know anybody that's an entertainer, any guide them well. Oh, if your pikin want to do acting, guide him or her well. Oh, these people do a whole lot. How much before you know you go begin sick, before you know you don't buy, if your body no strong for their nonsense with it. How much a court? Nollywood have done a lot in how made you go just to have fame. Thank God for content creating. Now content creating now introduce all this nonsense. Had it been that Facebook, all these platforms did not come, they would have continued their evil. Now all this, this thing. That time before you get a role in Nollywood, ask Hannah, Juju, Hannah, before you get a role in Nollywood like this, you will know how many rivers where you don't cross. But they will knock you and everything. The men they not want to do just for fame. Thank God for content creating. You can stay in your house and make money. You can gather people on the road, create content. You can all content creating nice reduce because now, even though you are not an actor, you will see it. Some actors are not acting. Someone like Ivan Okoro. Did you see how many times have you seen Ivan act film? Ivan just there at house and be creating content. She doesn't even need to do much. She just do. Ivan don't make money. They build a house. They go live stream on TikTok. That is what so many of them do. So many of them have turned to live streamers. Yvette said 2 o'clock in the midnight, wake up, you are going to see Yvette on TikTok. Chacheke on TikTok. These people. So they know they act again. And it's better because these people were doing a whole lot of evil. How made you the Nollywood entertainers and the entertainers in general? Guide your people well.
This video of Uncle Hanks Anuku, where it was reported that he was saying in Abuja that he was mentally unwell when he was saying in that video because he was drinking and sitting on the floor and responding to unseen stimuli, talking to himself. You see, this video has been trending, and the truth of the matter is we've been here before with Uncle Hanks Anuku about his mental well-being. I remember vividly 4 years ago, video was circulating online and he came out debunking it. Some of his colleagues came out to debunk it that he was on a site. I don't know if he's still on the movie site till now. And I'm not 100% sure, but I know I've seen that video before. So it might as well be an old video. But however, when YC had that podcast, YC spoke about his challenges with his mental health issues. But unfortunately, the internet run with Olodo uprising. Nobody spoke about the mental health issues, challenges that YC spoke about. But this is the thing. Mental health issues is still very much stigmatized in Nigeria. It is stigmatized in other parts of the world. But Nigeria is more stigmatized in Nigeria because it's a conversation that people avoid. And people still have it in their head that when they lose their sanity, is as a result of a spiritual problem, is as a result of ancestral problem, is as a result of them being the circumstances or being the victims of their circumstances or victims of the thing that they did not maintain or things that they did not do, which is not supposed to be. We are in 21st century. We need to, we need to preach more about mental well-being. We need to talk more about it. We need to start learning how to accept it and internalize it in our society that people can lose their sanity and still get the right support and still be treated like individuals, like human beings. You understand? And oftentimes as well, we get confused with mental health issues and substance or alcohol abuse, which are not the same, but they have a close relationship because when you continue to abuse substance and all that, it can eventually affect your well-being. It can affect your mental states. It can affect your physical states, physical well-being. It can affect your psychological well-being. It can affect your social life as well. And this is sometimes referred to as people relapsing because you've abused substance so much that it starts affecting your mental well-being. Then that's when people now say, oh, people have relapsed or they have mental health problem. They have to take some treatment. Sometimes they have to take therapy, therapists like people that help them to stop substance. Sometimes talking therapy helps. Sometimes they have to take, they have to take pills, which is medications. They have to take meds that will help them to come out of that phase. And when you go back into abusing substance or alcohol, obviously you have to, you go back to where you were, you relapse again. So I think sometimes we confuse the two, but whichever one it is, we really need to start talking more about mental health issues because those that lost it never know that they will lose it until they lost it. Anybody can lose it. Anybody can be mentally challenged. It can happen to anybody. We need to start letting people know that it's not as a result of a spiritual attack or a spiritual problem. Like YC was saying on that podcast, that people still have it in their mind that it's a spiritual thing. People want to pray it out. People want to do sacrifice to get it out. People still think morning devotion, going to churches, going to pastor, going to imam will actually drive the mental health issues away. It doesn't always work like that. This is something we really need to start talking about, to be honest. We need to start preaching it. And that is why I have said this as my personal opinion. And when you look at what happens in the Nigerian policing or in the Nigerian police force, a lot of things you hear are things that you would know that those people have one or two mental health challenges that they're going through, because it doesn't make sense to me. The things we hear every day, the things we see every day, the accidental discharge, police officers drinking and doing all sorts of things. Even some human beings you see on the streets of Nigeria, you can tell within yourself that there's one thing or the other wrong with them. They probably be high, high on substance, which I have seen drivers on wheel. They wreck of alcohol, the way they speak, the way they drive, the way they speed, the kind of risk and stunts they pull on the road. You can tell that something is wrong with them. So it's a conversation we really need to start having and encouraging people to speak up. If you are struggling mentally, if you think that your mental state is going down, speak up. There is nothing wrong with it, and get the right support. We need to learn how to support people holistically. Mental health is real. You see, mental health problem is real. It can affect anybody. It can happen to anybody. So Hanks Anuku's own is a different thing altogether, to be honest, because I know for sure that he's going to debunk that video. And we've been here before. He's probably still on the movie sites. If you check well today, I'm sure that he might still be on the movie sites. But let's forget about that and speak more about mental well-being, about people's mental state. If you find yourself in that situation, unfortunately, Nigerian system or Nigerian government did not create that system or those policies in place that will protect even normal people, not to talk of people that are struggling with mental health problems. But if you find anyone around you who is struggling with their mental state, by all means, be kind to them. By all means, don't make them feel as if is as a result of their deity from their village, or as a result of they refuse to go and drink wine and break cola nuts that is causing the mental health problem.
I go live for you. This is Hanks Anuku, one of the Nollywood faces where some of us watch when we dey grow up. They say they see the man for somewhere looking drunk and unstable. The video dey trend for social media, and this will not be the first time with this kind of video they come out about Hanks Anuku. This should be the second or third time in the space of 3 to 4 years. We go always see like this. After the video come out like this, some people call up package the man. He will call corner, call counter the thing, say the video na lie or na movie set the day. They will just try to convince me and you not to believe this video when we dey see. But people wey know the man, when know, they say he dey abuse substance. So can't they say go bar for that Sabbath there, he go high finish, do problem, so that he will forget himself for the bar there. It's really sad for a man that has put in so much in Nollywood industry to entertain people. This kind of thing called the happen to him. It did very sad. I know they do this video because of say I know too much, but I dey do one to call for help for Hanks Anuku. I know say many of them now go down for help and before in the past. It still needs help. Yes, all the help it can get in the world, Hanks Anuku needs it. It not make sense say the day road like this, a legend, it not work like that. So I'm doing this video to call for help for him. Anyone that will see the video, just know say Hanks Anuku needs help. Number 2, I dey do this video to encourage all of us to dey pay attention to our mental health. Some of us not dey believe on say mental health challenge na real thing. Before you say me no, it's not too late. So pay attention to your mental health. I also dey do this video to advise those people where they new to fame, because when some of them not they exposed to fame, when they carried away to the point of say when I call they go abuse substance, all kinds of substance, and young people these days they abuse and they impact our health negatively. Especially when money not they get to finance that kind of lifestyle. Before you know, they don't turn to junkie. Sets money where they get, everything will just scatter like that. I also do this video to encourage people. Once you are exposed to fame, once something enter your hand, try make you get investment for somewhere, so that when your present career or your present business, anything you do presently, not going to bring in enough money, you will fall back to that thing where you do. Because some of them, once the money they see before, they don't see like an amount of money again, no way to maintain their status, they'll call they depressed, begin their abuse substance, set some money where they get, they don't turn to liability again to the public. Like I said before, I'm not doing this because I know too much, and because of say I feel will get 1 or 2 learnings, won't feel pick for inside. Hanks Anuku needs help from all of us. Help him in the little way that you can. Now my own way of help, now they give so.